Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be talking about Kim Kardashian finally speaking about Kanye's disorder. My opinions will be at the end of the video. I haven't read or, I really glanced over them, but I haven't really read them, and so basically I'm going to learn everything while you guys are learning. So Kim's story on her Instagram reads, "As many of you know, Kanye has bipolar disorder. Anyone who has this or has a loved one in their life who does knows how incredibly complicated and painful it is to understand. I've never spoken publicly about this has affected us at home because I am very protective of our children and Kanye's right to privacy when it comes to his health. But today I feel like I should comment on it because of the stigma and misconceptions about mental health. Those that understand mental illness or even compulsive behavior know that the family is powerless unless the member is a minor. People who are unaware or far removed from this experience and can be judgmental and not understand that the individual themselves have to engage in the process of getting help no matter how hard family and friends and not try." Okay, again, I'm not quick at reading and I'm learning while you guys are, learning. Her second post reads, "I understand Kanye is subject to criticism because he is a public figure and his actions at times can cause a strong opinions and emotions. He's a brilliant but complicated person who, on top of this pressure of being an artist and a black man who experienced the painful loss of his mother and has to deal with the pressure of isolation that is heightened by his bipolar disorder. Those who are close with Kanye know his heart and understand his words sometimes do not align with his intentions. Living with bipolar disorder does not diminish or invalidate his dreams on his creative ideas, no matter how big or unattainable they may feel to some. That is part of his genius, as we have all witnessed many of us big dreams have come true." Okay, I can barely see the bottom, that's why I slowed down. But her next post reads, "We as a society talk about giving grace to the issue of mental health as a whole. However, we should also give it to the individuals who are living with it in times when they need it the most. I kindly ask that the media and public give us the compassion and empathy that is needed so that we can get through this. Thank you for those who have expressed concern for Kanye's well-being and for your understanding. With love and gratitude, Kim Kardashian West." Then after this, or I'm not sure, but on Kanye's account this is posted and it says the exact same thing I just read, in Kim's post story. And if you didn't like me reading, you can just read this by yourself. And okay, I had the worst stutter while reading this, and I'm just gonna put that as bloopers at the end of the video because it sounded like I was a robot. But anyway, everything that I'm reading right now is gonna be linked in the description. This is by Medpagetoday. They write, "In a 2019 interview in Vogue magazine, Kardashian West openly discussed her husband's mental health issues. She said that in the past, West found it hard to accept that he had bipolar disorder, telling people that he was instead suffering from sleep deprivation. However, she said that he now accepts his diagnosis. I think we're in a pretty good place with it right now," she said, adding that West has a newfound sense of purpose to show that he can live a normal life with mental illness. "It is an emotional process for sure. Right now, everything is really calm, but we can definitely feel episodes coming, and we know how to handle them. So I believe I covered a majority of the story, or pretty much all of the story. I know there's more out there, but I just, did the basics of what I was gonna talk about, which is her finally, speaking out more on the topic of him having bipolar disorder. Now, here comes my opinion. Before I get into it, though, I remember hearing from relatives that he really started changing when his mother died. I don't know if that's 100% true, but I guess from their eyes and what they've seen, he really started, changing. I didn't, I never really paid attention to Kanye in his life. I really just chilled back. At that time, I didn't even know Kanye when his mother died, and that's like, not to be disrespectful, it's just the honest truth, because I don't, at that time, I was very young and didn't understand anything really, if that makes sense. Now, here's my opinion. Now, this is going to be super hard for me to say my opinion because it is a very serious topic and someone's family is involved, and it's just a touchy topic overall. And not only that, it's just very hard for me to, tell you guys how I feel on these type of situations because I don't know how to, talk about it and put it into words on how I feel about it. And just in general, I can't really like process or talk or like put out there my opinion because it's hard for me to put it into words. Like right now I'm struggling just to put those things into words. And I don't mean it like, oh, it's so hard for me to put these in words, like so hard. Like I don't mean it like that. I mean it like, oh, it's, I can't really like I don't know how to form it in words. That's basically what I'm trying to say. And also, my opinion shouldn't like be the correct opinion. This is just my opinion on this, and you can have your own opinion, but at the end of the day, that's their family, and my opinion doesn't matter. It's just my opinion, and it's just when it comes to family, nobody's opinion should matter. Okay, I probably said like my opinion a group of times, but now here's my final opinion. He needs mental health help. You can see by the way he talks and the way he just, I was gonna say comprehend, but that's not what I mean. Like the way he talks and the way he his like mannerism, meaning like the way he like his gestures and things like that are just not what someone who is not in, right state. And since he's such a big figure, everybody, takes everything he says so seriously, even though he has a mental illness. And, if this was a regular person, in the world, but that's not famous, that's just a middle class or, lower class. Well, not really lower, because then people would find them crazy. But if you were like a middle class, just, what they would call normal, but then had this mental illness, it's a whole nother situation. It's like, oh, don't bash him, he has a mental illness. But since Kanye is such a big figure, they take everything he says so seriously, and some of the things he does say are just, I don't know, it's people debate about it, but it's just you can't take everything he says because he is a big figure. You can't take it all that seriously. He has mental illness, and that's that. Okay, this video is super duper long, and it really is just my opinion almost the whole video. So sorry about that. It's just I just want to get my opinion out there, but not like too strong. Just like, talk about it because I don't talk about it in real life. I just like, in the day-to-day life, but only on the internet like this right now. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you watched this video all the way to the end, which thank you, it's like 9 minutes already, and that's crazy. But thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Bloopers will be at the end. And yeah, that's it. Stay safe. Diagnosis. I think we're in a pretty good place with him with it right now. With it now. She said,